up. Call the Gurnee Village Board regular meeting of July 19th, 2021 to order. Call to order, please, or roll call, please.
Woodside. Ross. Here. Garner.
Here.
O'Brien.
Present.
Balmas.
Present.
Thorstensen.
Here.
5 present, 1 absent.
Y'all stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So first on the agenda is approval of consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Jeannie Balmas, second by Trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
5 aye.
Pat?
Item number 1, approval of the minutes from the July 12, 2021 meeting. Item number 2, approval of resolution 2021-09, establishing certain property of the Village of Gurnee to be surplus, miscellaneous police department property. Item number 3, approval of setting a bid date of August 24, 2021 for the Heather Ridge Water Tower Standby Generator Installation Project. Item number 4, approval of bills for period ending July 19, 2021 in the amount of $629,867.03.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Balmas, second by Trustee Garner. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Present and yes.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Oh, whoops.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
6 ayes.
Motion carries. Petitions and communications. My understanding is Nefeli Papadakis could not be present tonight. However, I could testify that, and having met her, she is an awesome young lady, that she'll be representing Team USA at Tokyo 2020, 2021, or is it 2020 Olympics? Is that what they're calling it? I take it not, right? In judo. She will be competing on July 28th, starting at 9 p.m. our time, and based on social media that we will be supplementing is providing some more information on where you can see that at, hopefully. And the first round continues from 9 p.m. until like 3:30 in the morning our time. So like I said, she's a village resident, and she actually started off with Gurnee Judo on Old Grand Avenue, and went to Warren High School, and still lives in town. So just ask for her support. And next is a presentation of a proclamation by State Senator Adrian Johnson recognizing Canine Bear and his service to the community. Senator Johnson.
Thank you. Thanks, Mayor Hood and trustees and staff for the opportunity to present actually a proclamation for Bear. That's what Kinsey said.
Very good.
And we would also like to present a proclamation for Officer Dan Ruth as well. So if I may read the proclamations?
You may.
Okay, so it's a proclamation or proclamation for Bear presented by Senator Adrian Johnson and Senator Melinda Bush, recognizing Bear for his service to the Gurnee community. And this is presented on the 19th day of July 2021. Whereas the members of the Illinois Senate are pleased to recognize Bear, who during his 7-year career with the Gurnee Police Department has provided invaluable assistance and dedicated service to the community. And whereas Bear joined the Gurnee Police Department in 2014, and whereas since then, Bear has been deployed 257 times for detection and patrol assistance, and whereas besides Gurnee, Bear assisted 25 agencies with building human and evidence searches, as well as tracking and canine demonstrations, and whereas Bear, thanks to Bear, 76 subjects were arrested, and over 70 indications of drugs presence and or use were detected And whereas Bear has served the community well and now looks ahead to a long and relaxing retirement under the care of his handler, Gurnee Police Officer Daniel Ruth, therefore be it proclaimed by the Senate of the 102nd General Assembly of the State of Illinois that we recognize Bear on his retirement and commend him for his exemplary service to the Gurnee and surrounding communities, and wish him more years of health and happiness, and be it further proclaimed that a suitable copy of the resolution be presented to Bear and his handler, and I'll pass that over to you. And then the second one is for his handler, Officer Dan Ruth, and is again presented by me and Senator Bush on this day, 19th. Whereas the members of the Illinois Senate are pleased to recognize Officer Dan Ruth, who during his 8-year career with the Gurnee Police Department has provided invaluable assistance and dedicated his service to the community. Whereas Officer Ruth started as a Round Lake Park police officer in 2008 and joined the Gurnee Police Department in 2013, serving as Police K-9 and Gurnee Police Explorer Advisor since 2015. And whereas Officer Ruth was quickly assigned to the Greater Metropolitan Auto Theft Task Force and assigned as an investigator, but held the title of Group Supervisor and Inspector in charge. And whereas Officer Ruth also served as a president of the North Central Region Chapter of the International Association of Auto Theft Investigators, and fundraised and volunteered his time to many charity organizations throughout his career. And whereas Officer Ruth specialized in a child safety, seat technician, evidence technician, police explorer, coordinator, and an instructor for the Gurnee Citizen Police Academy. And whereas Officer Ruth exemplified excellence in his work and was selected by his peers for the Officer of the Year in 2015. And whereas Officer Ruth has served the community well and intends to enjoy his retirement alongside his partner, K-9 Bear. Therefore, be it proclaimed by the State of Illinois, the Senate of the State of Illinois, 102nd General Assembly of the State of Illinois, that we congratulate Officer Ruth on his retirement, commend him for his exemplary service to the Gurnee and surrounding communities, and wish him many more years of happiness in his retirement, and we have a copy as well for him. So who should I present that to?
Thank you, Senator Johnson, I appreciate that. And is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
By Trustee Garner, and second by Trustee Woodside. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much for coming
Thank you.
tonight.
Thanks very much. Have a good night.
The next petition and communication, approval of the proclamation designating August 1st through the 7th, 2021 as National Stop on Red Week in the village of Gurnee. The proclamation just provides, with reference to the red light cameras that we have in town, that would address the many urban crashes that have saved lives. In fact, there's some numbers for us to see. In 2019, 846 people were killed and an estimated 143,000 were injured nationally in red light running crashes. And the evidence shows that red light cameras reduces that, and also the loss of $390 billion each year as a result of these crashes, that the red light safety cameras also assist in reducing that number as well. I, Mayor Thomas Hood, do proclaim that the week of August 1st through August 7th is hereby designated as 2021 National Stop on Red Week in the village of Gurnee. I urge everyone to reduce crashes, injuries, and the tragic loss of life by stopping for red lights. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Trustee Ross, second by Trustee Thorstensen? No, you didn't want to do it? Trustee O'Brien, second by Trustee O'Brien. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Right. Next is a report by Heather Glahn, presentation by Public Works Director, Village Engineer, preliminary engineering framework for Illinois Department of Transportation, improvements on Route 45 from Washington Street to north of Route 132. Heather.
Thank you, Mayor, trustees. So today what I'm going to do is walk through this project, general framework, and give you recommendation and then solicit feedback to figure out how I should proceed with responding to the state. So first of all, the scope of work along Route 45 includes 2 lanes traveling in each direction, so it'll expand out. It'll have designated right and left turn lanes throughout, and traffic signals will be upgraded as necessary. For the village coordination items, we'll need to discuss the bike path, utility relocation, although we don't anticipate any at this time, and landscape medians. So I know this doesn't come out real good, but generally speaking, here are 2 maps of the project area. The green arrows indicate the limits of the roadway improvements, so it's a pretty significant length. The blue arrows indicate the pedestrian path extension, beginning and end. The map on the left is a sketch of the improvements along with our municipal boundary. So the Gurnee municipality is shaded in white, unincorporated and other communities are the gray areas. On the right is the forest preserve map. The reason I highlighted this is because it helps connection with the forest preserve pathways. So for traffic signals at US 45 and data, currently back in 2007, I think it was, the village signed a letter of understanding identifying the cost share responsibilities for that signal. So that included 100% electrical usage paid for by the village, and maintenance costs were split 75-25 at that time. So depending on what improvements need to be done, that will continue going forward. For the pedestrian path, IDOT's responsibility is typically to remove and replace any existing walks and make sure that they comply with the new project if there's some sort of conflict affected by the roadway improvements. Currently, there is a sidewalk on the west side of 45, which will be widened from, I think it's 5 feet currently, to 10 feet. That'll take place between Washington and the Goddard School. IDOT also has a policy to construct and offset the project costs with an 80-20 split for new sidewalks or paths, as long as the community agrees to share in the cost and take on the maintenance responsibilities of the new path. So the new path will extend north on the west side of 45 from the Goddard School up to the Rollins-Savannah Forest Preserve Trail, with the anticipated cost being about $30,000 based on the preliminary cost opinions. If we don't decide to participate in the cost share, IDOT will have a 10-foot wide shelf, flat area installed between Cottage and Data for future path construction, but it would be 100% village cost at that time and would require permitting and bidding, et cetera. And the state would also require a resolution for non-participation as well. With respect to landscape medians, the project description from the state indicates proposed grass medians. This is actually preferred by the Public Works Department with respect to maintenance because grass medians can be mowed more readily and more easily and do not typically require any irrigation. When you have irrigation systems, you need backflow testing, you got to shut them down in the winter, et cetera. In town, you've also probably noticed hardscape medians, such as Route 132, which typically generates weeds. So something of a grass nature seems to be the most appropriate. They have offered the option to upgrade at our own cost to do enhanced landscaping, including trees or plantings, flowers, whatever, that nature. But that requires much more maintenance effort and a financial commitment. Therefore, we're recommending continuing with the state's suggestion of grass medians. Next is utility relocation. We were able to get digital drawings from the state to overlap with our GIS data and identify any potential conflicts. So with the help of Eric Venden from IS and utility supervisor Brett Fritzler, we took a look at that. It helped to confirm that there are no utility conflicts at this time with water main, sanitary, storm sewer, or even streetlight wiring at this time. IDOT's Phase 2 design, though, will be more detailed, and so then we'll know for sure kind of where it lies with respect to our utilities. So depending on tonight's feedback from everyone, I will proceed with giving appropriate direction to the state through their letter of intent form. So their form specifically asks, do you concur with the general scope? Do you concur with the shared use path scope, costs, and long-term maintenance? And do you concur with landscape median long-term maintenance? And so I would say I recommend that we do concur to all 3. And so at this time, I'll answer any questions or provide feedback as needed.
Anybody from the board? Trustee O'Brien?
I just have one question. Are we able to make a resolution? Because I thought the west side of 45 between Cottage and Data was Third Lake.
Correct. So there's Third Lake from Goddard south. I believe, and then from Goddard North, it's unincorporated there. We do have like an agreement that says we won't annex it, and that they can annex it at whatever time they wish to. But we technically, I guess, own then to the west side of the road because we're annexed on the other side. So that's why it falls on us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Trustee Thorstensen.
I'm glad you brought up the widening, because it's interesting. I was talking with some residents this weekend, and they brought up back when we did the walkability upgrade to Gages Lake, and you wouldn't realize how that 10-foot widening really is advantageous to bicycling and such, so I'm glad that that's part of it. I guess that's the only point.
Agreed.
Mayor?
Trustee Woodside.
Not really a question, just a comment. The walkability improvements there that connect the village to the Rollins Savannah has been a great improvement, and that traffic signal there is essential, because without it, it's a very dangerous intersection. So I think that this is a great project to partner with them in.
Thank you.
Can I clarify that then? Because I thought, so the residents also talked about going to Rollins Savannah. So one of the upgrades then from this project would be the light?
The traffic signal there would get some sort of modernization. I don't know what that entails at this point. It's just one of the few traffic signals that are identified on the project. They would not be adding one, though, at Cascade. I think that was another intersection. That would not be the crosswalk. They prefer everyone going north to Data.
Trustee Ross? No?
Do we know when they're going to start?
So since it's not in their current 5-year capital plan, I don't think it's, I don't know, all that soon. However, with their future planning, they've indicated they're going to try and push it forward more quickly, but in IDOT speak, I don't know what that means.
All right, thank you, Heather.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See, no old business.
The only thing we have hanging out there is a committee of the whole scheduled for Monday, that we don't have any items. So,
So, anybody have anything for the committee of the whole? Anybody have an objection to?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by trustee Bowman, second by trustee Thorstensen. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
5 ayes, 6 ayes.
Motion carries. So new business, approval of Engineering Division's recommendation to award the Cemetery Road Communications Tower Construction Project to the responsive low bidder, Tower MRL, incorporated at a cost of $119,995.
sure. So this has been on staff's radar for a while now, and when we go through the capital budget, other priorities have risen to the top, and this has been backburnered, but it is in this year's budget. What we're looking at is construction of a 100-foot tall communications tower at the Cemetery Road Reservoir. This tower will really enhance connectivity between village facilities and our dispatch partners. It'll benefit police, fire, public works as it relates to the SCADA system. So really a gap that we're looking to fill. Had a little bump in the road when we initially bid this project. Some of the bidders thought we already had the tower and we just needed it installed, which is not the case. We need the tower and to have the tower installed. So we rejected all those bids, rebid it. Tower MRL was the responsive low bidder, just under $120,000. We had $110,000 in this year's budget. There is cost savings in the capital and utility fund, which is this is split between, so we'll be able to find the $5,000 from each one of those funds to cover the difference. So all the permitting that's required as far as installing the tower, that's all been secured at this point. Getting somebody in here and building it is the last thing we need to do. So that is what's before you tonight.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Garner, second by trustee Thorstensen. Thanks for that pointing. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Motion carries. Public comments. Nope. There being no public comment, Brian, the executive session, let me just, I guess I could just read this. You
Well, he'll read the executive session, then we'll come back out. So we will take
Yeah,
action after
we will be
executive
coming
session.
out, we're going to discuss a collective bargaining matter, and this is exemption 2C2. We need roll call and a motion.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion trustee Balmas, second by trustee Ross. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstenson. Six aye.
Motion carries. We'll be back out.
Yep.
Call the meeting back to order. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Present.
Ross.
Here.
Garner.
Here.
O'Brien.
Present.
Balmas.
Present.
Thorstenson. Six present.
Going back to item number 1, under executive session, approval of ordinance 2021,
49,
approving the collective bargaining agreement between the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 150, Public Works Unit, and the Village of Gurnee for the term beginning May 1, 2021 through April 30th, 2025. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Garner, second by trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstenson.
Yes.
Six aye.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee Ross. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.